something today I realized that we have quite a few video game remakes coming out in the next year or two, and kind of like how everybody criticized the movie industry for their reliance of remakes, I think the video game industry is going to get the same amount of media backlash from all the upcoming remakes, including Resident Evil 4. So let's see, this month we are getting a House of the Dead remake on April 7th, 2022, and the day after was supposed to be Advance Wars 1 and 2 remakes, releasing on April 8th, 2022, but that got put on hold. Then according to leakers we might be getting a Metroid Prime remake and The Last of Us remake this holiday, if these claims are to be believed. Then we have official remakes we know coming out, like Dead Space and Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, which is supposed to be 2023. Then undated ones like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake and Final Fantasy VII Part 2 of the remake, with no time frame on when they are releasing. Then we also have leakers claiming a Metal Gear Solid remake will be happening in the near future as well, and it makes you wonder, well, will Resident Evil 4 remake have room to breathe in this new world of video game remakes releasing between 2022 to 2024, when Resident Evil 4 remake will most likely release? Also, this brings me to the point of this video: will Resident Evil 4 become the scapegoat for the hate of video game remakes? The movie industry got a lot of flack for movie remakes the past decade, and while I don't think you can blame a single movie for starting the trend, I think Capcom might be in the what the gaming media set their eyes on as the company most notorious for video game remakes. Now, for those of you that don't know, Resident Evil 1 on the PlayStation 1 was originally going to be a Sweet Home remake for the PlayStation 1 until they decided to make it into its own franchise. Then Resident Evil 1 Remake released in March 2002, 6 years after the original Resident Evil 1, and was considered a slight failure in Capcom's eyes, and we wouldn't get another Resident Evil remake until nearly 17 years later. Since then we got Resident Evil 3 Remake just a year and 2 months later, and later that month we got leaks of a Resident Evil 4 Remake happening in April 2020. Now just last October we got Resident Evil 4 VR on Oculus Quest 2, and it seems to be practically the original Resident Evil 4 remade into VR in Unreal Engine 4. And now Resident Evil 4 is supposedly getting another remake, but for PS5? Hopefully it's not cross-gen on PS4 as well, or we are in for some fan backlash. Dead Space Remake was also said to be inspired by Resident Evil 2 Remake, so I think Capcom might be in line for a lot of hate coming their way by the crowd of gamers vocal on new stuff instead of remakes. Also, so many people consider Resident Evil 4 how it is to be not only still playable, but perfect, so a remake of it has a lot of potential to disappoint many fans of the original game. So if Resident Evil 4 Remake doesn't get amazing scores across the board, it will make it an easy target to justify the hate towards remakes on it, since people will already be mad. I'm not sure what the reception to Resident Evil 4 Remake will be, but I can see a lot of gaming media sites start using headlines like "Video game remakes are becoming too common," and other things criticizing the next 2 years of the gaming industry, and I just wonder if Resident Evil 4, or maybe just the Resident Evil franchise as well, being blamed for it. I do wonder what Sony's approach for PSVR 2 will be. Oculus Quest 2 saw a lot of success with Resident Evil 4 in VR, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is coming to it too, so will Sony got the approach of bringing classic games into VR, or do what they did with PSVR 1 and focus on mostly new games? Yeah, PSVR 1 did get Doom 3 and some other classic games in VR, but it also got Astro Bot, Resident Evil 7, Iron Man, and Moss, which are all amazing new games on PSVR, and I can't wait to see the new Horizon game in VR as well. Watch Ocarina of Time Remake come out the week after Horizon Call of the Mountain VR. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and leave any comments on what you think about all the video game remakes we are getting, and if you think Resident Evil 4 Remake might be caught up in some huge controversy coming soon. Special thanks to naturalreaders.com.